that he had a child. Bam and am. Dang, going wild. Bam and am. That thing. Bam and am. Bam and am. Whoa, Black Betty. Bam and am. I don't know why I have Black Betty stuck in my head right now. Not a problem. Great song. Ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of an earlier stream than normal. Hold on. I was going to go live on my phone, but decided not to. Hold on a minute. Let me just make sure. Who do you think the Raiders should get as head coach? I mean, I'll tell you that, like, the head coaching search is going to be weird, Mike, because I don't feel like there's many. Like, I don't think there's like many A1 coaches out there. Like, I can't think of a candidate. Like, you're lacking like the Ben Johnson from a year ago, but the Raiders are going to have their pick of the litter. I feel like the Raiders, at least in my opinion, that's the job I would probably want if I was a a coach looking for a job. Like, sorry. Let me just make sure that is not playing out loud. There we go. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what the maneuver could be for the Las Vegas Raiders right now. They're going to be bringing in Fernando Mendoza, and you're going to want to give him the best scenario to succeed. I would try to find some sort of offensive guy you like out there, like. I'm not talking like Cliff Kingsbury, but like somewhere like very similar to like a Cliff Kingsbury type. I just don't know who's out there. I really don't. Would have been like if there was a Ben Johnson available. I feel like the Raiders have the number one pick. They're gonna have their pick of the litter. They're gonna have their quarterback. They're gonna get Fernando Mendoza. We'll see what happens. I don't know what the coaching candidates look like. Even though, listen, I was big on I wanted the New York Jets to fire Aaron Glenn. I am very unhappy. I hate being a Bengals fan. What a joke of a franchise. It's actually so fucking pathetic. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you there, Goated. Trust me, we're in the same boat. I'm a Jet fan. It's miserable. There's nothing fun. There's nothing enjoyable about being a Jet fan. Kathy Sotelo, how are you? Welcome aboard. Olivia loves girlfriend, man, boy is sad. I don't know what you're trying to say, Olivia, but welcome. I don't know what any of that means. I am very confused whenever you say that. I don't know what you're trying to tell me. But hey, whatever. It is what it is. Coleman Green, how are we? Welcome aboard. A lot of new faces here. Well, 2 new faces. That's a lot for me. Two is a lot. Joe, wait, hold on. Here we go. Yeah, we suck. Chodo Saramento. Who are you talking about, Saramento? Are we talking about the Jets? Because we are fucking miserable. Coleman Green, how are we? Yo, bro, you know where I live at? I have no idea where you live, Kathy. I love Jets. Sorry, man. I'm sorry, Coleman, that you're on board with me. Loving the Jets, being a Jet fan sucks. Cheldo, you're with me. Like, being a Jet fan is absolutely miserable. Nothing fun. Zero. I give up being a Mike Brown fan. Well, hold on. I give up being a fan. Mike Brown is living in outer space, keeping Zach Taylor and Duke Tobin despite directly being responsible for the team's failure. Yeah, that's miserable. That's goated. I didn't even know that they kept him. I figured when I saw there were 6 jobs open, I figured one of them had to be the Bengals. But that's crazy. Yeah, it's tough. Cheldo, am I saying that right? Cheldo or Chel? I'm not sure what the name, but dude, the Jets are miserable. Keeping Aaron Glenn sucks ass. Do I want $500? Sure. You're from Macon, Georgia. Nice. I mean, what am I going to say? No to $500? Still representing my Mangold jersey. I respect that. Dude, I had a Mangold jersey. I have no idea. I grew out of it. I got that when I was in high school. Don't have it anymore. Chelda, okay, I got you. I had Nick Mangold. I had Curtis Morton back in the day. The Jets are just such a fucking joke, dude. Like, like we can go into it. Aaron Glenn, like the Jets completely quit on Aaron Glenn this year. I was never a fan. I'm never a fan of the owner hiring a head coach without the general manager. I'm not a fan of that. I think that's horrible. That's what Woody Johnson did, hiring Aaron Glenn, hiring one of his guys. And listen, I loved Aaron Glenn, the Jet. I was very young when Aaron Glenn was a Jet. That was all good. He is not a good football coach whatsoever. Raven coached the Raiders. You think John Harbaugh is going to go to the Raiders? We could see. It's just not a good thing, Cheldo. Not a good setup. That's Woody Johnson. It's Woody Johnson getting too involved in the process. If I'm Daryl Muji, I would have kicked Aaron Glenn right out the fucking door. It was bad. Just a terrible year. Not many great candidates out there, but anything could be better than Aaron Glenn. Do you play Sab? I do not. Yeah, they announced that they trust with the franchise, even though Zach Taylor's play calling screen pass on a crucial 4th and 20 against the Bills cost us the season. Yeah, that's that was quick and simple. Do I have a wife? No, I do not have a wife. I don't know what that is. Being a Jet fan, and dude, Woody Johnson's a fucking absolute like. I don't dislike anybody in sports more than I dislike Woody Johnson. I can't fucking stand him. Pete Carroll didn't deserve the boot. No coach on the planet could have made the Raiders a winning team this year. Same with Stefanski. Yeah, Goated, I would say, I don't know about, I think Pete Carroll's just a little old. I think at some point you need a fresh, you know what that is? I have a Super Bowl. My dad is Patrick Mahomes. You can't even spell Mahomes right. Whoa. Devin Vassell is here. Happy Monday, everybody. How are we? Dude, Goated, I'm with you on that. I don't think Kevin Stefanski should have got the boot. I think the incompetence of the Cleveland Browns front office is brutal. I think Kevin Stefanski and Shedeur Sanders actually worked pretty well together. Even though Shedeur wasn't really lighting the world on fire, I think, for the betterment of the Cleveland Browns, they probably should have kept Stefanski around another year. I don't know why they fired him. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't think it's going to take Kevin Stefanski long. He'll find an offensive coordinator job somewhere. Who knows? You spelled Patrick Mahomes wrong twice. Hawks to the Super Bowl, baby. Dude, Alf, the more I look at it, the more I think about it, the more I think it's very realistic that the Seattle Seahawks could be Super Bowl champs. 6-7? Take your hat off. No. Love the hat, bro. Thank you, Cheldo. I got it as a gift. It was a Christmas gift a couple years ago. Love this fucking thing. I have an Islander one, too. I just don't know where it is in my room. I am back. Shadow Gaming is back. Only going to hurt Shedeur's development, having him start all over his sophomore year. 100%. Carroll needed the boot. Game entirely passed by. Oh, yeah. Alf, great locker room guy, Pete Carroll, way past his time. Done. He's done. It's over. Pete Carroll, he just needs to retire, run off into the sunset. The game has passed him by. MMA, what's up? Aaron Rodgers is still a madman. I'm happy for Aaron Rodgers, man. I am. I think he got shafted by the Jets a little bit. Listen, do I think it would have changed the Jets season? No, but I think the way they handled the whole thing was horrible. Rodgers is going to get abused by the Texans. It's going to be really bad. How about your ex-head coach being the Raiders head coach? Who? Robert Saleh? Good luck. Yeah, you want to hire Robert Saleh, Mike? You're going to be looking for another coach next year. He got his ring with the Seahawks. He did. He got his ring. I think Pete Carroll's done everything you can do in coaching. One last stop, one last paycheck. He got fired. He's going to get paid a little bit more. Rodgers will be fine against the Texans D. Just watch. Here's the thing about that, Goated, is the difference with the Texans D versus other defenses is the Houston Texans do not need to blitz to get pressure. Being able to rush 4 and being able, it's going to take a lot of play action. It's going to be a lot on Jalen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell. They're going to put a game plan together. The Steelers are smart. Aaron Rodgers is smart. But the fact that the Houston Texans are going to be able to get pressure with 4 guys is going to be very key. I like the Texans defense a lot. I do think the Texans are going to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. Raiders need to go get Joe Brady to pair with Mendoza, Genty, Bowers. They also have $100+ million in cap space to work out the offensive line. The Raiders are definitely not in a terrible spot. I said it before after they drafted Ashton Genty that you should never draft a running back that high. It turned out to be very true. They got the number 1 pick. They're still feeling the effects of that, but now you just got to work with it. I think Joe Brady would be a great fit. Rodgers is a football genius. He will be able to diagnose their game plan quickly. I think the idea of being able to rush 4, I don't know. He just needs to get the ball out quick because Hunter and Anderson are coming for him off the edge. Exactly. 42-year-old throwing for 300 yards with Scotty Miller, Calvin Austin, Ben Skowronek, and 40-year-old Adam Thielen. Now, Goated, listen, it's very impressive with all that, but, dude, the Ravens' defense is miserable, and when Kyle Hamilton went out, that changed the game yesterday. Once Kyle Hamilton was on the sideline, Aaron Rodgers was picking that secondary apart. The Baltimore Ravens are not a very good team, and I'm not trying to take anything away from Aaron Rodgers. It is going to be night and day going from what the Baltimore Ravens were throwing out there to what the Houston Texans are going to throw out there. What quarterback should we draft? Cheldo, you know what? I'm not a fan of any of the quarterbacks after Fernando Mendoza. I'm hoping, like, in the 2 slot, I'm hoping for either Caleb Downs or just dropping back in the draft. I wouldn't reach on a guy like Ty Simpson or Dante Moore. I think Dante Moore is going back to school anyway. I would not reach on a guy on either one of those guys. Fernando Mendoza is one thing. I'm not a fan of any of the other quarterbacks coming out. I think if you're going to take Caleb Downs, that's big. You would pick a safety second overall. Have you seen Caleb Downs play football? Caleb Downs is unbelievable. Yes, I would take a safety second overall. Home field advantage is going to help Pittsburgh a lot, although Houston's offense is going to struggle too. Oh, it's going to be a gross game. It's going to be an absolutely disgusting football game. Yeah, watch the Jets draft Diego Pavia. I want nothing to do with Diego Pavia. Zero. Does Tom Brady know what he's doing? It doesn't always translate. A guy who's great on the field, like I always said when the Knicks had Phil Jackson running the team, right? The Knicks brought in Phil Jackson, great coach. Like Tom Brady, great player. When it comes to running an organization, it's a completely different skill set. We don't know yet. I just trust one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time over C.J. Stroud. I don't know, Goated. I don't trust Pittsburgh's defense much. I think the way the Texans have game records on defense, man. I think the Texans win that football game. I think Aaron Rodgers lesser ability to get out of the pocket. I don't like the matchup for the Steelers, but it is Aaron Rodgers. He's cerebral. He's smart. If anybody could pick apart the Houston Texans defense, it's Aaron Rodgers for sure. Steelers defense is so good on paper, but hasn't played like it. Yeah, I mean their secondary is not very good. You saw it last night. Jalen Ramsey's a shell of himself. But again, the Texans aren't exactly lighting the world on fire when it comes to offense. So disgusting football game. What do you think of Dante Moore at pick 2, or could you could wait another year and get a QB1 next year with 3 first-round picks? Well, if I think next year the quarterbacks are going to be much better, I just wouldn't reach on Dante Moore. The Jets could. I don't think it's the craziest thing, but I would take Caleb Downs. I think Caleb Downs is that good that it's worth waiting another year for a quarterback, maybe bringing in a Malik Willis and trying again with that. I don't want to bring in a rookie quarterback with Aaron Glenn running the show. That's my thought. You look at when Jordan bought the team, he was an awful owner. Exactly. Michael Jordan bought the Charlotte Hornets. Nothing happened. Zero. When Phil Jackson ran the Knicks, ran them right into the fucking ground. Where you still my nickname, I from in Russia, say please in Russian language. What the hell is going on? I just saw Russian Fley. All right. Pete Carroll did deserve the boot. He did nothing for the Raiders. 100%. Listen, he's an old man. The game has passed him by, like Alf said before. 100%. It was time to move on from Pete Carroll. Everyone gassed up the Texans defense. They have amazing players, but they aren't that consistent. Riley Leonard just dropped 30 on them. Geno dropped 21. I mean, I don't think the Texans were exactly, the Texans were locked into a spot, goated, and I can't imagine they were out there I don't know what they were doing, but I think the Texans defense steps it up. They shut down Josh Allen. Geno Smith put up 21. You're right. I think Downs is the best player in the draft, but I wouldn't draft the safety top 5 personally, but I understand if you would. I just think Caleb Downs is so good. Caleb Downs is such a good football player. I think it's worth taking him in the number 2. I agree. LOL. Phil ruined the Knicks. Phil Jackson completely fucked the Knicks up so badly. And when they brought him in, everybody was like, oh my God, it's Phil Jackson. This guy's never been in the front office. He has no idea what he's doing. Bring back Chucky. Listen, John Gruden could come back to the NFL. I think that would be something. Bro, there are people sending the Ravens kicker death threats. That shit's so ridiculous, man. Social media has opened up, the connection between fans and players. But this is a situation where it's too much. I hate it. I don't like seeing that. This guy doesn't deserve death threats because he missed a kick. It happens. The Raiders have no receivers, no quarterback, a league bottom defense, a league bottom O-line, a rookie running back and a shitty offensive coordinator. What was Pete Carroll supposed to do? BGs. I don't know why I just fucking stuttered through that whole thing. Yeah, go ahead. I mean, at the end of the day, like, the Raiders were miserable. The Raiders were uncompetitive this year. That's something that ends up falling on the head coach, which is why I wish the Jets would have fired Aaron Glenn, because the Jets were the same way. Um, it was one of those situations that just didn't work out. You're bringing in a rookie quarterback. You're drafting Fernando Mendoza #1. You want to set him up for a situation where he's not going to have to relearn a whole new offense in a year. One way or another, Pete Carroll was going to be on the chopping block, even if he did a great job and they got the #1 pick. Pete Carroll's not there for the long haul. The Raiders made the smart decision. You don't want to start a rookie quarterback with a guy you have on the chopping block. Won't happen. Can't work. Connor Manderwright, he's an NFL player. He signs up for criticism. Yeah, but you can't be sending the guy death threats because he missed a kick. It happens, man. Do you think the Seahawks defense is Legion of Boom 2.0? I don't know if it's that level. It's a different type. Like, they are, like, monster. Like, the Legion of Boom was a different type of defense. Like, that Seahawks defense, like, it was a no-fly zone. This is more of you don't get anything. There's no easy yards. I guess it's very similar to the old Legion of Boom, but this is more so their strength is in the interior of that defense. Like that defensive line. Like, this is like they're still good in the back end. It's a little bit different. He's a kicker, a huge important position. He has to make those kicks. Doesn't deserve death threats, but deserves criticism and everybody trolling him on Instagram. Fair. Like, trolling him on Instagram, listen. I think his fiance's picture, I think that's funny when people are like, I hope you guys get a divorce. That's all funny. That's fine. You shouldn't be sending a guy death threats. You just had to be there for the Legion of Boom. Shit was crazy. It was different. This is a different type of defense. This is a different type of strength. It's pretty legit. They have a really... No, Geldo, their defense is really good. I'm not trying to take anything away from it. The Legion of Boom was a little bit more, mainstream and, aesthetically pleasing. This defense is more dirty work, no free yards. It's more of the interior that is impressive about this defense, which I think leads people to maybe not think of it as such. The Legion of Boom, it's as good of a defense as the Legion of Boom was. They are unbelievable in the interior on that defense. And their secondary is fine, too. Players would purposely go down with their passage just so Cam Chancellor and Earl Thomas wouldn't knock their skull in. Oh, my God. Those four, Brandon Browner, Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor, and Earl Thomas, that was one of the best secondaries in NFL history. It was unbelievable how good those four guys were. And then what's his face, too? Byron Maxwell. Just an unbelievable defense. But, like you said, those receivers would be afraid to run their routes. Hey, old man, Jocelyn, how are we? What's going on? A little earlier stream than usual. I got home. I was like, fuck it. Let me hop on. Honestly, probably the best secondary that we've ever seen in the NFL. Truly a no-fly zone when you went to Seattle. That's why you don't test a sorry receiver like Crabtree on me. That's why you just don't do it. You don't do shit like that. Wes Walker said he retired because he was tired of being hit by them. I don't blame him. Bobby Wagner's still doing it too. Everyone's getting fired today, huh? It's Black Monday. It's the day after the season. It's always the day that everybody gets fired. Yeah, Bobby Wagner, that defense was unbelievable. Michael Crabtree will never live that down. To be fair, I don't think, Michael Crabtree was never going to catch that ball. But, man, they were stacked. Their defense was legit. Michael Bennett, don't forget about the line. They had a good defensive line, too. Even, Bruce Irvin was a sack machine, dude. Everything about that defense. Bobby Wagner actually had a pretty damn good season. He did. He's still doing it at his age. And, Bobby Wagner was probably the most underrated piece of that defense just because, obviously everybody thought of Cam Chancellor, Earl Thomas. Bobby Wagner was so good on that Seahawks defense, too. Really. But, and I'm not saying, listen, Colin Kaepernick made a great throw. Michael Crabtree couldn't have done anything about that. It was a great play by Richard Sherman at the end of the day. But, yeah, Crabtree, that'll be what everybody remembers him for. Hold on, somebody keeps fucking calling me. Sorry, receiver like Crabtree. One of the best post-game rants of all time. I don't know if we'll ever see a better post-game rant than the sorry receiver like Crabtree. Unbelievable. I go back to that interview every once in a while just for tradition. I mean, yeah, it'll fire you right up, man. Like, there's no, like, more instant gratification, I don't know, than Richard Sherman getting that, like, instant, don't ever throw at a sorry-ass receiver like Crabtree. Like, man, oh, man. Erin Andrews looking like she was scared for her life, too. Just a hell of a turn of events. But I always go back to that Bart. Oh, me too. The Bart Scott one for me. Yeah, the Bart Scott. Can't wait. That's a gift that goes fucking for like New Yorkers. That's a gift, like the can't wait gift. That's still to this day I use that sometimes. See you in Pittsburgh. Can't wait. Bart Scott, man. I love that Jets team. That Jets defense was something. Bart Scott, fucking, oh. I loved him. I still, like, I love listening to Bart Scott talk about the Jets on the post game. Porter said, who was talking? Crabtree. Yeah, Erin Andrews. Classic. Don't forget that Erin Andrews has to work every Thanksgiving in like half the year. So, feel sorry for her. Revis, dude. I think people like a lot of people forget how good Revis Island was. Like how the Darrelle Revis, like that 2009 season was one of the best defensive seasons I've ever seen, and it's shocking that he didn't win Defensive Player of the Year that year. They gave it to Charles Woodson, fucking Lifetime Achievement Award. Darrelle Revis was the best, I think, best player in the NFL that league. Erin Andrews is good. She's getting paid unimaginably amount of money. Oh yeah, dude, Erin Andrews has made so much money. Not only that, the lawsuit too that she had shut Moss down. He shut down Randy Moss. He shut down Chad Ochocinco. Like the list, Andre Johnson. The list goes on and on. The guys that he just like had in a fucking blender that year. But yeah, no, Erin Andrews has a ton of money. Her husband is an ex-NHL player. She's doing fine. But I just found that ridiculous. You don't know the sacrifices we make. We work Thanksgiving. Dude, I would kill to work Thanksgiving. Like, to be at a football game, then I don't have to, like, sneak into the other room while we're eating dinner to watch football. It'd be great. It sounds like a fucking dream to me. Remember Sean Ellis? Dude, I loved Sean Ellis. Sean Ellis was one of the first Jets I remember being drafted. Like, that was one of the first guys out of Tennessee, Sean Ellis. I remember, like, he was one of the first guys that, like, I legit, like, remember seeing the draft and then seeing him play. He was like, I loved Sean Ellis, man. I placed a live bet that Loop would miss that kick and turn $20 into 160. Damn. What, you just bet the Steelers? Man, we were stacked. We were. It was an unbelievable defense. Sean Ellis, like I said, I remember the first, when he got drafted, it was one of the first drafts I remember, was Sean Ellis. Probably the first. I remember my dad explaining to me the draft and how it works, and them saying Sean Ellis. I bet Loop over half field goal missed. Really? They offered that at that time? That's crazy. I didn't even know you could bet that. Maybe in different states. New York, you can't bet weird shit like that. By the way, if you're looking for something tonight, I only like one game on the docket. One game on the entire slate. The Lamar Cardinals over Southeast Louisiana. Let's see what the line's at now. -1.5 still. Okay. Nothing really changed. I knew he'd miss. Pressure was way too much. Heinz Field is different. Something was going on there, too. Like, the balls, like, the kicking balls. Like, even Chris Boswell's ball was going right down the middle, and it hooked. Yeah, something about Heinz Field, man. The wind there or something. It was a whack wind. But Loop that field goal never had a chance. Heinz Field, like, I would love to go to Heinz Field just to hear Renegade. That AFC Championship game against Pittsburgh breaks my heart. That was Cheldo. That was one of the worst. Like, I was so heartbroken when that happened. It was so much worse than the year before because, like, obviously we weren't beating Peyton Manning and the Colts. The 2010 one when they lost to Pittsburgh was so gut wrenching because that Jet team was so good. They just took forever to show up. The offense didn't show up in the first half. It sucks. I really hope the Steelers win. I grew up with A-Rod. Obviously, I'm a Cal fan too. But really just the most misunderstood athlete of all time. Really good dude, and Drew Brees are so lucky. Oh, yeah. Dude, I think the idea that Aaron Rodgers is a bad guy comes from, like, his political affiliation and shit. I think a lot of people, obviously, like, he's got the shit with his family, too. I think so many people just, like, Aaron Rodgers is a very smart guy. Maybe he's a little stuck up. He's got strong political views. I've always felt like, shut them out in the second half, too. The defense was lights out. I've always felt like that's why people dislike Aaron Rodgers. And he really is a great dude, man. You've never heard a former teammate talk about him like he was a bad guy. And, like, really, like, everybody that has ever played with him seems to just love him, man. Really loyal dude, except for his family, obviously. Is what it is. Listen, we all have our issues with family. We all do. He's just on a bigger spotlight. I love listening to him talk. He's a super interesting guy. I don't blame him for anything that happened with the Jets. I think like it was just a bad situation, and I hope he does well. I still love Aaron Rodgers, man. Why do you think all his former receivers try to sign to his new team? Because he's loyal, and they all love him. Everybody loves him, literally. I've never heard of a teammate that didn't like Aaron Rodgers. Maybe Jordan Love, but hey, listen, that was a different situation. Aaron Rodgers was fucking pissed, which I don't blame him at the time. Got a first-round pick. You're wasting it on a quarterback when, like, Aaron Rodgers was still, like, very much playing good football. But it worked out, I guess. Packers knew what they were doing. I think that's one of the craziest things, that people think, like, Aaron Rodgers is a bad dude. Not. Just people disagree with him politically. And that's fair. I think a lot of people were mad at him about the whole COVID stuff too. Like, let him do what he wants. Steelers Packers Super Bowl would be crazy. That would be nuts. That would be the perfect story. I can't see. Maybe one of those teams makes a crazy run. I don't see both of them doing it. I would be very, very shocked to see both the Steelers and Packers make a crazy run to the Super Bowl. But who knows? Anything's possible. Crack my neck. Did anybody hear that? That was fucking... Ooh, that felt really good. That was a crack and a half. I am going to do another late night live tonight. I liked the late one last night, but I went a little too late. I had a little trouble waking up this morning. Wonder if Rodgers is coming back next year. You could tell he wants to. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I'm sure he does. I feel like he's going to keep trying to play until they tell him no. I think it really depends on what goes on in this postseason. I have no idea. Does Fernando Mendoza have what it takes to be a professional NFL player? People keep calling him a nerd. Nothing wrong with that. I think Fernando Mendoza does have what it takes. My only concern with him, Mike, and it's the same one, is that he's not the fastest guy. Like, he's not like... His ability to get outside the pocket isn't exactly like up there with some of these guys, but his ability to throw the football, his understanding of the offense, his reading of coverage, everything about Fernando Mendoza is great, besides his mobility, and like, he could be fine. Jaylen Brown is a literal genius, and he's dropping 30 points per game. Exactly. Nothing wrong with being smart, especially in football. Yes, Fernando Mendoza a little bit cheesy, sure. That's fine. That can make him a good football player. He's almost the same guy as like Kirk Cousins in a way. Like, I think Fernando Mendoza's got that side to him. He'll be fine. Like, I'm so upset that the Jets didn't get the number one pick. I think Fernando Mendoza absolutely has what it takes. Better than we want to be. Yeah, I don't want Diego Pavia anywhere near my football team. I don't want him anywhere near it. Zero is like no fucking chance. That kid is like, he is like, people are like, oh, like he's like Baker Mayfield. He's far more like Johnny Manziel. He is far more on the Johnny Manziel side of that than he is Baker Mayfield. Rub-a-dub-dub, time for some grub. What are we eating tonight, Ardell? My man, what's going on? Imagine being the Giants and almost falling out of the top five. Someone tell them tanking exists. Just stupid. Running quarterbacks get hurt all the time. Not the ones that know how to protect themselves. Like, I guess like Jaden Daniels got hurt, Lamar Jackson, but like, it all comes down to these guys are always the best athletes, Mike. And I think they just got to learn how to get down. Like these quarterbacks really just need to learn how to like not take hits, man. Trout and veggies. I love that. Trout. I'm a big dude. Fish and vegetables is like the perfect meal with like it's perfect healthy. It's phenomenal. Perfect amount of healthy. Like I had a burger tonight. 2 burgers. I had one burger on rye bread, and then I had the other burger on the plate. So nice little meal. I'm trying to cut down a little bit. I put on a few pounds, but nothing crazy. Not as bad as like when I was like truly like out and like my shoulder was all fucked up, dude. My face was so fucking puffy. Like my face was like this, and like I've definitely lost some weight, but I put on a couple pounds recently. You know, the new year, Christmas, we all do it. Healthy and it tastes hella good. It's a great mix. I'm like jealous. I kind of want that now. I want the Jets to trade for Marvin Harrison Jr. Yeah, I don't think the Cardinals are going to be like, here you go. I don't think Marvin Harrison Jr. is worth it right now. For the Jets, at least. Like, I don't think it would make sense for the Jets to move assets for Marvin Harrison Jr. Could be a great player, but not today. Not right now. Not for the Jets. Maybe a better football team. What is the most you have ever weighed? I am very unhealthy and need to lose weight. Maybe I could check in on streams as accountability. I mean, MMA, going to me for, like, health advice. Look, I've gained weight. I've lost weight. I'll never forget the time, like, it really hit me that I need to figure it out. Like, in the chat, yeah, MMA, of course. The most I ever weighed was, I was 244 pounds. That was, I was going into my sophomore year of college. 6'4", damn, 239 and 6'4" is pretty good. I'm like 6'2" and I was 244. I went from 244 all the way down to I went down to 190, right? Oh, okay, yeah, MMA, that's good. Then, listen, you come here anytime and you got to ask me something, like, you got to need accountability. I want you guys to hold me accountable, too. If my face gets fat, please, for the love of God, tell me. Yeah, no, MMA, I'm not giving you health advice then. Come here, let me know what you did today to change whatever you did yesterday. You know, go for a walk, go to the gym, do something. I weigh 225 now. Yeah, Ardell, I'm right around, like, I'm probably, like, closer to, like, I would say I'm probably closer to for me, 220 is like a good weight for me. I'm probably like at 225, 230 there. I want to lose like 5 pounds. I got all the way down to like 195, but I was a stick. Dude, I couldn't even bench fucking 135 pounds when I was 195. I was so light and such a fucking weakling. Now I can throw up like a couple plates. I got all the way up to like I'm like 220 is a good weight for me. I put on so much fucking muscle after college, it was crazy. 239 was too much. My face started to get fat at 239. Mine gets fat at like 235. And then like I lift 4 days a week for 25 years dedicated. That's the biggest thing. Yeah, MMA. If you really want to change, go to the gym and just lifting is the best thing you can do. It changed my life. The second I started like really getting into it, like I went to the gym in high school, I worked out, but I never really took it seriously until I left college. Got up to 239 after an injury in Afghanistan. Yeah, see, like, there's an excuse, Ardell. I did it because I was a fat piece of shit and lazy. I just decided, fuck it. Like, when I like, because my freshman year of college, couldn't lift, sucked. Yeah, see, that changes everything. Ardell, you know how it feels. Like, that's how I got heavy when I was out of work. Like, when my shoulder was all fucked up. I couldn't lift, but I still ate the way I did when I lifted. Like, I still ate like a fucking maniac. Like, not that I eat unhealthy, but I eat a lot of food. Like, I tend to eat. Like I don't, like, I had a burger on a plate, a burger on a piece of rye bread today. Like, I don't know. I might fucking mix up some fucking yogurt later. Like, I don't know. I eat like a madman. I intermittent fast, but I make up for it. I live for emotional and mental health. The good body is just a bonus, honestly. And absolutely. It has gotten to a point of me feeling embarrassed to go out in public. I'm up to 256 pounds. MMA, I'm telling you. 5'11", 256. Listen, MMA, that is not even the worst situation I've ever, like, that's not that, like, okay, it's a little bit heavy, but that's not terrible, man. You're really not in a place where like it's uncontrollable. Do yourself a favor, go to a gym, find a local gym, whatever you feel like, wherever your local gym is, just go in there. Maybe like if you're not used to working out, have one of the trainers. Like usually you get a free induction with the trainers. Have them show you a couple things. Look around at what people are doing. Go and lift weights. I'm telling you, it'll change your life. When I started really lifting, like I said, hold on, let me try again. Right after college, dude, it was the best thing I ever did. Like once you start seeing the results, like once you see like, oh wow, and all you have to do is have somebody tell you, hey, you've been working out, best feeling in the world. I'm telling you, MMA. That's not like you're not at a point where like you should be like, oh, like I can't go out in public. Like keeping your under 260 is not that bad. The cool high school kids at my gym intimidate the hell out of me, so I'll go in early in the morning. See, if that's what you got to do, MMA, if that gets you up in the morning, then do that. But the cool high school kids, fuck them. Like, those kids are the most annoying... Dude, all you got to do is walk in there and take your headphones off one day and listen to what those fuckers are talking about. They are the most annoying fucking people. The intimidation will go out the window. But yeah, do what you got to do. If you got to go in the morning, go in the morning. But whatever you do, just, like... And I would say even if you're, like, healthy but you don't work out, go to the gym. It changes everything. I got my dad going to the gym, right? Like, my dad started going to the gym, like, a year ago. He's a maniac now. He lost, like... He was probably around the same, but he's like he's 6'1". He was about 260. He's down to like, he's lighter than me right now. Anyone can do it. Or absolutely, anybody can do it. MMA, I'm telling you, do it tomorrow morning. Or do it tonight. Hell yeah, go right now. Just go sign up or sign up on your phone. Is there a gym near you? Be careful what gym you go to, too. Like, it only sucks for the first 2 weeks, then your body adjusts. Absolutely. The biggest thing is the first time you feel sore is going back the next day and being like, you know what, I'm going back. Make a plan, figure out what you're going to do. If you have to start with 3 times a week, start with 3 times a week. I'm such a loser, although I'm in my early 20s and I'm scared of high schoolers. Nothing wrong with that, MMA. Dude, I will start right now. MMA, if there's a gym by you, good, just sign up for it. Like, cost, whatever, figure out what cost effective. You know, I would avoid Planet Fitness personally, but people like Planet Fitness. That's my only advice. Is like, I don't think like Planet Fitness isn't bad per se. I just don't like it. I've never liked Planet Fitness. I'll go to Planet Fitness when I'm on vacation. Like that's about it. I got kicked out of the Planet Fitness in Lake George. That's a story. I didn't realize you couldn't drop the weights, right? So like I was throwing up. This was back when I was weak too. So like. Now, if I walked into a Planet Fitness, they wouldn't have dumbbells heavy enough for me. Not bragging, just letting you know. But, like, I dropped the weight. And, yeah, it's not being a loser. Ardell's right. It's like I dropped the weight, and the fucking lunk alarm went off. I got thrown out. I was like, all right, well, fuck. Yeah, MMA, you got to realize something. You're going to walk in there, and I know, like, I remember when my mom started going to the gym, right? My mom was a little bit heavy, and she's like, I'm worried that people are going to look at me in the gym. Anytime I'm in the gym and I see somebody out of shape, the only thing I think about is like, I want to see what happens to that person. Like, genuinely. Everybody in the gym, it's such a wholesome environment. There's no like maybe once in a blue moon you get like an asshole in the gym that doesn't give a shit about anything. But it's literally the most wholesome environment. I'm telling you, it'll change your life. Like, everybody wants to see everybody succeed. There's nothing better than seeing somebody like you saw 2 weeks ago who was like 280 pounds down to like 260. It's like, damn. It's great. It's a great thing to see, and I'm telling you, it'll change your life. It changed me. I was talking last night. I had, like, no confidence at one point in my life. The gym has helped me big time. Big time. It has changed everything. It will. I've never heard somebody say, I regret going to the gym the first time. Why does my camera look so shitty? Wait a minute. My camera looks terrible right now. I don't know what's going on. I gotta clean it. Hold on. Let me see what it looks like. Whatever. Not for now. I feel happy when I see out of shape people in there. It inspires me. Oh, absolutely. It's the best thing. Okay, there's an LA Fitness 10 minutes for me. I'm going over there right now. I'll see you guys next stream. Have a good one. Fuck yeah, MMA. I love that. LA Fitness is a great gym. Just walk in there. The trainers will show you what to do, or like, watch other people. Watch, like, I always look for the guy in the gym who's, like, the most in shape, and if he's doing something that I don't do, I try it out. I give it a shot. Like that's how I learned everything. Split up your workouts, figure out like push, pull, whatever you're gonna do, and make it work, man. I'm telling you, good shit. I love that. MMA's gonna go into the gym now. That's great. Fuck yeah. I can't wait till MMA's like, if I do like a meet and greet someday and MMA like fucking chokes me out, like MMA's like I could beat you up now, like someday. I'm gonna be regretting telling him to go to the gym. He's gonna show up bigger and stronger than me. Everyone likes to dance to a happy song. Got a little bit of fucking Weezer stuck in my head. I don't really know why. I wasn't listening to Weezer today. Not at all. Not even one bit. But yeah, so yeah, I figured I'd do a little dinner stream. I worked out. I ate. I had my I cooked yesterday, and I just had 2 burgers left over. I figured is beating your meat considered working out? What a fucking question. Wow. Goated still come to the chat. Goated was here earlier, Ardell. Goated was here before. Same stream. But he's here a lot. Great question though, Nate. Damn. Depends, man. I think we've all sweat a little bit sometimes. Sometimes it's just like it depends. It's really all the timing of it, Nate. But that's a great question. I think I think we'd be lying if we said, hey, we never had a session where like it didn't get a little bit fucking hot in there. That's a great, like, not the question I was expecting, but hey, keeping me on my toes, Nate. I appreciate it, my man. Yeah, Godin's here a good amount. Pretty much all the same. Like, for the most part, like since I started, like I took a little bit of a break, a little bit of a hiatus, but like since I started streaming again, pretty much everybody that like was here before has come by. Like, really, Lil Bro's the only one I haven't seen. I don't know where the fuck he is. I'm starting to get worried. Like, I miss that little fucker. That guy would come in here and tell me like he would have like 3 like nice things to say, and then tell me to fucking tell me to go fuck myself. Like, asked me if I would like. That guy was crazy. But I am gonna be live again later. I'm going over to my buddy's house in a little bit. Maduro talked shit and got hit. I mean, what a response, huh? I mean, I listen. Maduro was like, drugs were coming to America. I think my favorite thing is in an alternate universe, gold is only 500 an ounce. Huh. Well, we're not in an alternate universe. After that guy, despot, murderer, and dictator. Yeah, I mean, he was a dictator. Like, what I can't get over is all the people that are protesting this are the same people that were at like No Kings rallies like a month ago. Like, which fucking one is it? I can't, like, it fucking kills me, man. This was a great, like, this is, America fucking flexing its muscles as they should. It's been a while, man. What's new? How we doing, man? Wow, been a long time. But yeah, listen, they got a bad man out of power. It's pretty much freed Venezuela, turned Venezuela back. Like, the Venezuelan people are happy. I'm happy. Now here's the thing. Technically, since the U.S. is running Venezuela, does that mean Ronald Acuna plays for the United States in the World Baseball Classic? Hi, did you by any chance just get one size bigger? Me? I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that. Did I get one size bigger? Like, what do you mean? Like, my hat? Or just, yeah, the hat, like, you order an XL hat on fucking Temu, they send you the wrong one. Delta Force is not to be fucked with. All the actual Venezuelans are happy. Venezuelans everywhere are celebrating, but like fucking rich white people that never had a job are fucking pissed right now. Like the rich white kid who's 24 years old hasn't had a fucking simple thought in his life is so angry. Over 8 million people have fled Venezuela since 2015. Yeah, Venezuela was like Hugo Chavez. Pretty much, Maduro was pretty much continuing what Hugo Chavez established in Venezuela. But like, even on a higher scale with like the drug trade and stuff, like the narco terrorism. Yeah, that's a guy like we had to get rid of him. It's that was a phenomenal move. I don't care what it like. Listen, you could disagree with a lot of things. Jets blow homeless nuts, man. I know. No, I know. It's fucking miserable. The Jets, like, probably worse than that. Probably worse than homeless nuts. Um, it's as bad as it comes, Sandro. There is nothing fun about being a Jet fan. But yeah, Ardell, you know about this shit. You're a military guy. It's just it's amazing to me how many people are like so against this when like literal Venezuelans are like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you don't see any of these protests that are going on. There is not one single person of Venezuelan descent in any single one of them. Those people are all having fucking parties and celebrating that their family is finally fucking safe. That they can go back to their home country and not feel like they're going to die. It's insane to me, dude. But yeah, 22-year-old fucking Billy who dropped out of college his freshman year because he was offended by what his professor said is not happy. Fucking crazy to me. It's so ridiculous, the whole thing. We're having real fucking protests over this. Jags vs. Bill is going to be a fucking banger for sure. Oh, yeah, Sandro. Going to be an unbelievable football game. Might be the game of the week. The Jags going to Jacksonville for the Buffalo Bills. Like, the Jags are a really good football team. The Bills have Josh Allen. Anything's possible with Josh Allen. I like the Jaguars a lot, though. I really like the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trey Young is getting traded, confirmed. Is he? There's goated. Ardell was just looking for you. Maybe are they both here at the same time? But yeah, I mean, if he's not playing again tonight, you would think he's getting traded. I was very confused by the line that Atlanta's -3 tonight. That Toronto's -3 after like dismantling the Hawks the other night. But I don't know. That feels like a trap. Bills are going to butt fuck the Jags so hard. I disagree. I think it's going to be a phenomenal football game. I think that could be classic Josh Allen not showing up in a big game. I personally think the Jaguars are going to win that football game. I think they're a more complete team. I don't think the Bills' defense is any good. We'll see, though. It's intriguing. I'm not that high on the Buffalo Bills. I actually think they got a bad draw here. 41-10 Bills. I'm going to say... I'm saying, like, 17 Jaguars. I think it's a gross football game. I think the Jaguars find a way to win. Jags are sneaky, scary, good, and crazy run game. Unbelievable run game. You know, Trevor Lawrence looks good this year. The defense is solid. The Bills, they have Josh Allen. James Cook is phenomenal. They lack the wide receivers. We'll see. It's going to be a phenomenal football game, in my opinion. It might be the game of the weekend. But I love the Jaguars. I am so high on them. I think they are not getting enough credit for how good they are. Whoopsies. 34-30 Jags. That'd be a fun game at least. I'd be all for that. 34-30 Jags would be a lot of fun. High octane. Ooh. Sorry. Trevor Lawrence is not a good enough quarterback to get it done in the playoffs. He's done it before. I don't know. I don't agree with that. I think Trevor Lawrence is fine. I think that Jags team overall is really good. I think Josh Allen has shown time and time again that in big moments he falls apart. Who do you think wins it all this year? Right now, I'd have to say the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks are the best team in football. But I think there's a lot of teams that could win it this year, Sandro. I think this is one of the more wide open years we've seen. He did it before with 4 interceptions in one half. Yeah, then he came back and won the game. I remember that because that's one of the worst beats I've ever had in my entire life, Goated. I had $100 on the fucking Chargers that day. $100. And they offered me like 95% of the cash out at halftime. You know what I said? No chance. I'm not cashing out. What a fucking asshole I was, huh? Didn't want to cash out. I'm like, fuck it. I loved everything about the Chargers that day. I was talking mad shit. My buddy bet the Jaguars. I'm like, you're an idiot. The Chargers were going to fucking smoke them. And second half came around and the fucking Jaguars completely fell apart. I mean the Chargers completely fell apart. The Bills, this is the Bills' year. Can't argue with the script. I mean, if it was ever a year for the Bills, this would be the one. Like, when they're fucking flying a little bit under the radar. Nico Harrison F the Mavs for years. Oh, 100%. I mean, they got the consolation prize, which it's not even like, to say consolation prize is disrespectful to Cooper Flagg. But Cooper Flagg is really good. And, you know, in the end, like, it could have been way worse. But, man, oh, man. Nico Harrison, like, you don't trade a guy like Luka Doncic. You just don't do it. Even if it did end up working out. Getting Cooper Flagg was rigged 100%. It had to be, right? Like, just an absolute crazy turn of events. Like, you're going to sell your soul to fucking the NBA for Cooper Flagg. Jets have to do something, man. This is ridiculous. Anything. Dude, Sandro, I'm with you. Like, the fact that the Jets are keeping Aaron Glenn is fucking unbelievable to me. If they draft a rookie quarterback with Aaron Glenn running the show, it's completely incompetent. I think they have to bring in another veteran. You cannot put a rookie quarterback with a guy like Aaron Glenn, who is a miserable head coach, who is 100% on the chopping block. Like, can't do it. I don't know. That's just me. I mean, we'll see what the Jets, like, there's really nothing going on. Like, this offseason, there's really no free agent that, like, I'm looking at. Keeping Zach Taylor and Duke Tobin is worse than keeping Glenn. I don't agree with that, Goated. Like, listen, Zach Taylor's had some rough years. I think both need to clean house. But Aaron Glenn, dude, Aaron Glenn is so, like, he's never been a good coach, period. Like, at any point. Let alone head coach. The draft lottery is so easy to rig. I mean, everybody knows about the Knicks, the Patrick Ewing draft. The frozen ticket. It's one of the most famous things ever. It's, of course, easy. Whiskey with Waters. Joe Waters is here. Joe, you streaming tonight? I'm only going to be here for another, like, half hour. Mavs have 0 first-round picks from 2026 to 2031. I didn't even realize it was that bad. 2026 to 2031, they're in fucking, like, trade AD. I mean, what can you even get for AD at this point? But Joe Waters is here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the program. I think both are bad, though, Goated. Like, I don't know why the Bengals are keeping Zach Taylor. It makes no sense. But Aaron Glenn has never done anything in his career that would make me think he's going to turn it around. But again, if the Jets are not drafting, as long as the Jets aren't drafting a rookie quarterback. Now I'm going to go live tomorrow, I think. Perfect. I am not going to be live tomorrow, so I'll be tuned in, locked in. And ever since the Ewing incident got exposed, they do the lottery in secret to make sure they can rig it. Oh, 100%. Yeah, I mean, everybody and their grandmother knew about the Patrick Ewing incident. Like, that was something, that was not a secret. Like, whoever the fucking guy who took the ticket afterwards said it was like the coldest, it was ice cold. So, like, yeah, they had to. You know the Jets are taking a quarterback at 2. I fucking hope not. I'm sure they will. I know, knowing the Jets like I do, they'll take a quarterback at 2. They'll fire Aaron Glenn by week 4, and this quarterback's gonna have to learn a whole new offense. He's not gonna be good enough. Just take Caleb Downs for the love of God. Take fucking Caleb Downs and let's fucking call it a day. Let's not get too cute with this. If it's not Fernando Mendoza, don't do it. At least I'm not a Wizards fan. Could be worse. That's true. You could be like Joe Waters and be a fan of the Washington Wizards. The Wizards, like, dude, I don't even know who plays for the Wizards anymore. That's like, I know they got like Keyshawn George, but like, if you told me somebody played for the, like, I know Chris Middleton's there. Like, you could make somebody up and tell me they're a Wizard, and I'd be like, like, I'd believe you. Packers versus Bears will be an interesting game to watch as well for sure. Oh yeah, big time rivalry game. They're going with the world's longest rebuild. I feel like the Jets and the Wizards are on the same like trajectory of like just rebuild after rebuild after rebuild. It's brutal. I will say the Wizards have cool ass uniforms. At least they look cool while they're doing it. Like they might not be good, but they look cool being bad. Like I'll give him that. The fucking talk about day drink fucking jerseys. No, one of the day drink jerseys that went the hardest was always the fucking John Wall red, white, and blue Wizards. I know way too much ball. I genuinely know the whole Wizards roster. I mean, go ahead. I'm being a little bit like bashful here. Like I know like Bilal Koulibaly. Like I know some of these people, like from betting against the Wizards, but for the most part, I like there's guys. If you told me somebody was on the Wizards, I wouldn't know. Can't take the Nationals title. You can't. The Nationals. How about the Capitals? Nobody went on a greater championship bender ever than fucking Alexander Ovechkin. Nobody had a better celebration of anything in history than Alexander Ovechkin. Lucky fucking guy. Shout out. I mean, I'm happy for Ovechkin, man. Beating the Astros was magical. It really was. You know, 19-year-old Juan Soto, no fucking Bryce Harper. Like, that makes me smile that Bryce Harper never won a fucking title. And he's never going to. Fuck Bryce Harper. And listen, Bryce Harper seems like a cool dude. I don't have nothing personal. He's just been in the Mets division his whole career. And, like, doesn't really kill them. The Mets have kind of actually owned Bryce Harper. But it's Bryce Harper. It's just, it's a personal beef within the division. Bryce not being on the team definitely adds to the win. Unbelievable. Like, Bryce Harper leaves and then the Nationals win the World Series. Who knows? Juan Soto might not have been there. Stanley Cup means more to the players than any other chip in sports. Oh, absolutely, Cody. Without a doubt. The Stanley Cup is probably the most prestigious title to win. But I guess they're all, like the Super Bowl, they're all cool. But like in terms of like the level of what these guys go through to win the title, I feel like the Stanley Cup just is a different aura level. I can't wait till my New York Islanders are hoisting it this year, baby. Ovechkin drinking from the cup was hilarious. Best parade ever. Dude, like, he was drunk for like a month and a half, and I don't blame him. If I ever did anything that cool, like, I'll tell you what, if I ever get, like, monetized, how about this? I promise you guys something. If I ever get monetized and, like, to the point where I can quit my job, I'm going on an Alexander Ovechkin bender. And I'll come party with you guys. Like, I'll go to different fucking, I'll travel a little bit to go on an Ovechkin bender with you guys. That's my goal. I'm going to fucking, someday I'm going to quit my job because I'm making too much money from YouTube. And I'm going on an Alexander Ovechkin bender. That's exactly what I'm going to do. 2012 Kings run is the greatest champion in sports history. The bottom seed in the league going on the most dominant run. Dude, goated. That was crazy because that Kings team snuck into the postseason and then just mauled everybody on their way to the title. Like, that was unbelievable. Jonathan Quick had one of the best runs I've ever seen of anybody in a championship run. Kopitar, Drew Doughty, like all these guys became household names. Shout out that Kings team. That was so much fun. We know fucking suck this year. 8 seed title only in hockey. It almost happened in the NBA, right? The Miami Heat. Miami Heat almost won it from the 8 seed. The Knicks went to the finals as the 8 seed. Deal. Yeah, casting card, 100%. If I'm honestly low key, Ardell, it's almost happened in like it's happened in the NFL with the 6 seed. The NBA, it's almost happened a couple times. Never, I don't think it did. Baseball, it happens a lot. But yeah, 8 seed, yeah, I get what you're saying. But 100%, if I can quit my job because I'm making too much money from YouTube, and I got a lot of good ideas for videos coming up, guys. Like, I tier list all the states. Like, that took me so long to make. I tier list all the 50 states based on why I'd visit them. And pretty much it was all about, like, whether they had a college basketball team and if they have casinos. Like, so that was fun. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. I made a video. It was like an hour long. Kings did Quick so dirty, it's disgusting. Happy he's still dominating while we are stuck with Jim Hiller's bitches. I mean, I don't know, Goated. Like, I think at some point you had to move on from Jonathan Quick. He's still playing well. I wouldn't say he's dominating still, but he's playing good enough hockey. Like, I think it comes down to a guy like that wanting, you know, the same money he was making when he was in his late 20s, early 30s. I don't think it was a bad decision. It just didn't work out. The Kings have had, like, kind of, you know, solid hockey teams that just were never going to go anywhere. I'll tell you what, you know who I love? I love Quentin Byfield. He's one of my favorite players to watch in the whole league. Fucking big body. He's quick as hell. Like, he's a guy, like, I always expect him to put it together one year and just be, like, a top 10 player in the whole league. And he hasn't necessarily done it, but I love watching Quentin Byfield play hockey. I remember I was at a game, the Islanders played the Kings, and that day I was like, this guy is unbelievable. He was like constantly like everywhere. We had no goalies, and he had such a bad stretch, so we traded him without telling him in the middle of the night to the worst team in the league and didn't give him the dedication post on the way out. See, that's fucked up. I did not know all that. Changed my mind. Watch out for Alexis Lafreniere. Yeah, he's having a good year, right? I feel like I see his name popping up all the time. I haven't been paying, like, I don't watch a lot of hockey other than the Islanders, like, and I love hockey. It's not that I don't love the sport. It's like I prefer college basketball. I'm a big college basketball guy. I'll watch, like, random college basketball games a little more than I'll watch hockey, but I watch my team. I love the Islanders. Watch them every night. Can't take that away from me. Like, regular season, like, hockey players' names are rough with autocorrect. Always. Always, dude. Who was the guy? The Islanders had, fucking, what's his face for some, dude. Oh, my God. What the hell is the, dude, anytime, like, back in the day when, like, I'd be talking about Evgeny Nabokov, it would always autocorrect on my phone to Nabisco, like the fucking cookie company. I guess because I was a fat fuck, too. Like, I always talked about, like, fucking Nutter Butters. Like, I guess that's more of a indictment on me as a former fat kid, but anytime I said Nabokov, it would autocorrect to Nabisco. One positive, as much as I hated him growing up, is that Corey Perry is defying age more than any hockey player we've ever seen. Corey Perry is the ultimate, like, he's aging in reverse. Prediction for Bears Packers, so worried for Chicago, man. I'm not. I think the Bears win that game. I'm not that worried. I think they almost got caught with their pants down the last time. The Packers dominated them the first time. I think the Bears are going to be far more ready, and I think the Bears are going to win that football game. And I'm not going to say it's not going to be close. I think the Bears win that game. I think it's like, I don't think there's going to be like a game-winning drive. Bears win by 4. Bears did not look so hot last week. I mean, the Lions underperformed all year. I think the Lions were way better than their record said they were. I like the Bears a lot. I think the Bears are going to win that game. I don't like that they're I think C.J. Gardner-Johnson's going to be out. That's not good. All in all, I like the Bears. I think the Bears are going to win that game. I'm not high on the Packers right now. I am totally off the Packers. My Ducks are pissing me off. Can't convert out of the defensive zone. Shitty passing and terrible positioning in front of the crease. The Ducks were pretty good at the beginning of the year, too. I have not paid much attention to the Ducks. Really, the Western Conference, I haven't really been all hot on. Dude, I can't wait. Once Olympics start, I'm going to be, like, fucking locked into the Olympic hockey team. I might do live streams during the Olympics. I'm going to have to do some TikToks and stuff with that. I can't wait. But Olympic hockey, I can't wait. Any idea for the 2 college football semifinal games? I love Indiana. I think Indiana's going to smoke Oregon. Dude, the other game, Ole Miss, Miami, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to think about that game. I think Miami's super talented. I think Ole Miss is super talented. It's kind of such a contrast to styles where you got Ole Miss who's high-flying, doesn't play a ton of defense. And you got Miami who's a defensively they're unbelievable. And offensively they haven't been great. I'm excited. I think my gut is telling me it's going to be Miami and Indiana, but I think it could go either way. Fley, yo, what's going on, man? Holy shit, Venture's here. Let's go. Just chewed an eighth of Boomer. It's about to get real for you, boy. Hell yeah, dude. I want Canadian tears on the silver medal stand with the Star Spangled Banner. Dude, I wouldn't want anything more than a gold medal game, Team USA, the Canadians, and Team USA fucking slapping them around. We owe it to them. That's all I want is Canadian tears this year. I'm with you. I can't wait to listen to USA Hockey is do or die. Tell me when the walls start bending. Yeah. Venture, I'll sit here long enough until you start like really fucking tripping. I don't know what this is. I'll be your guide. I'll be your your watch tonight. Now I'm probably only gonna be here for like another 15 minutes. Going over to my buddy's house to watch the Knicks tonight. Oh, that starts soon. Shit. Wait, I thought that was like... I thought I had way more time. I thought the game started at 7:30. Not that he's like gonna start charging a cover at the door or anything, but like, I'd like to get over there and get settled. Man, some shrooms would be so good right now, dude. Maybe like someday when like, God, I'm thinking of so many ideas and like I'm not even like I'm super close to the 4,000 hours. I'm very close to where like I can start getting ads in my videos and shit, which I can't wait for. Not that I want you guys to look at ads, but for my own sake. Dude, maybe I'll do like when I could quit my job, I'll do shrooms with my viewers. Like I'll have like a shroom retreat somewhere. We'll just like take shrooms and go to the casino. YouTube lies about only needing 3,000 hours for monetization. I know you guys will watch the ads. I like, it's no big. Like when I make like my videos, like when I make my long form shit, like the state tier list, I'm hoping that does like numbers in a couple of months. But YouTube lies about a lot of things. You can go live before you have 50 followers and shit, like 50 subs. Um, you don't need the 3,000. Sometimes they'll just monetize you. There's people with brand new channels that don't have that. Um, why, Joe? Are you monetized yet? It took me forever to get like. Now that I have super chats now. That's a cool thing. Like, but I got to do more of these long streams. I used to get like 40 hours a stream. Like, I'll get like 40 hours of watch time. Last couple I got like 10, which is fine. It's not about the watch hours for me. It's about hanging out with you guys. Like, I'm out here like, all right, guys, like, come on, figure it out. Like, I like hanging with you guys. My hours are climbing, but I only have like 313 subs. Dude, Joe, you should have so many fucking more subs, man. That's bullshit. Like, you're more entertaining than I am. We found Megamind's hat. Love it. Hey, man, listen, Megamind like stopped by a couple weeks ago. He left his fucking giant dome out here. And I was like, let me put it on, see what happens. Here we are. But I have so many ideas for content that like, once like, not that I'm gonna wait till I'm monetized. I'm probably gonna start making videos every Friday. Yeah, dude. If you've never seen a Joe Waters stream, venture, it's phenomenal. He's like, Joe Waters like really gives it to you like straight up. Has a couple drinks. It's a perfect fucking stream, man. Of course, dude. I got so many ideas for shit. Like I can't wait. Like I said, the tier list thing was just like, I love to fucking travel. I was like, Bustin' Toucher laughing somewhere. Who? I don't know who that is. What was I saying? Fuck. Like, I tier list all the states. Like, dude, my goal is someday. Would Justin Tucker have made that kick? Yeah, he was. Oh, you're talking about Bustin' Tucker. Oh, Justin Tucker. Yes, I got you. Went right by me. Yeah, somebody said he was laughing in a massage parlor somewhere. Um, my goal is to do like a series where I place a $100 wager in every single state. Problem is Utah's gonna fuck me up because they don't have anything. Like Utah, I don't think has any sort of like casino. Maybe like I'll find some like backwoods fucking shit in Utah. We'll see. That's my plan. Someday I'm gonna do every state a $100 wager. 50 states. How much? What do I need? $5,000 for that? Well, not if I win a couple. What's the best thing to do on a day off? Catch up on things. Like, just like, get stuff done around the house. Place a bookie bet. Yeah. Dude, like, I'll go to the fucking Mormon Mafia and place like $100 bet on something. I like that. Bustin' Toucher. I've never heard that. But somebody was saying he was celebrating at a massage parlor last night. Yeah. Eat shrooms. Karl Malone casino bets all have under $18. Wow. Eat shrooms on your day off. The Mormon Mafia. Dude, whiskey. Joe, I call it Mormon Mafia because, like, that's the term for, like, their NIL. Like, it's crazy that no fucking college has more money going into their NIL than BYU, and it's because the Mormon church is funding it. I mean, shrooms on your day off is cool, too. I usually try to, like, do laundry and shit, but shrooms works. Shrooms, doing laundry, one way or the other. You could also do shrooms, put your laundry in, and watch it spin. The Mormon militia, yeah. Dude, like, why do you think AJ Dybantz is playing basketball for BYU? He's not allowed to have sex. He's making millions of dollars. Can't have sex. Like, imagine telling a D1 athlete, imagine, like, I feel like half the reason to be good at sports is so you can go bang whoever you want. Now you go to fucking BYU and, like, Like, you better be paying me tens of millions of dollars to come there. Like, forget that, dude. I was going to do some laundry, but it's kind of bugging me out too loud right now. Hey, listen, you'll be fine. I'm sure you got plenty of clothes. You can always soak. You can soak. That's a good point. You know what I didn't know about soaking is apparently, like, if you soak, people like. We actually talked about this last night at my buddies. So this is great. AJ that bastard banging the Mormon baddies on the low. I don't think you could do that on the low in the Mormon church. Maybe. I wouldn't put anything past anybody. But apparently, like, when you soak, your friends are allowed to shake the bed, which is great. Like, why would you want to be in the room for that? Got to get someone to jump on the bed while you soak. Yeah. Dude, that's what we were talking about. Like, they were saying, like, you have your friends, like, lay under the bed and shake the bed for you, which is crazy to me. In South Park, the Mormons are the ones that go to heaven. Yes, the correct answer is Mormon. Like, that was so fucking funny. Hey, what did I do wrong? I was a devout Christian. I went to church every Sunday. I'm sorry, everybody. The correct answer was Mormon. Like, dude, South Park is so fucking crazy. Great episode. You guys are pretty much like, I love when we have these conversations because you guys are pretty much like hitting my peak brain, like, of South Park. Whoops. Camera fell down. South Park, fucking college basketball, soaking. Joseph Smith wrote the Book of Mormon. Dum. Yeah. He did. It's just like pretty much everything I could possibly want to talk about. Falcons should hire Phillip Rivers as their head coach. Maybe not as head coach, but like I could see Phillip Rivers being back in the NFL coaching very shortly. Did a bit of trolling lately. I went into a Muslim chat saying bacon will unite us all. Chat got heated. People, no, dude, you do not fuck around. The cows are fucking. I mean, not the cow. The pork is fucking sacred. Cows are sacred, but you do not eat the fucking. You do not eat the pork. You don't eat the bacon. You don't eat any of that shit. Oh, Joe, you were playing with fire there, man. Y'all remember Devontae Freeman? How do I forget Devontae Freeman? He was a monster. So many Bible verses thrown at me. I mean, damn, Joe, you were playing with a fire that I don't think I would play with. I respect it though. I'm back. Welcome back, Connor. Solid running back, very solid running back. Did everything. Monster. He fucked up my Saints a handful of times. He was unbelievable, dude. Surprised at all about Venezuela? No, not at all. That they shut it down? I mean, obviously we knew shit was going down in Venezuela for a while. Pre-fucking Maduro with Hugo Chavez. You know, things are not getting better in Venezuela. We don't negotiate with terrorists. There was no negotiation. Zero. Super solid. He was unbelievable. I've left my thoughts about Venezuela offline for now. I try to, but I like to talk about it. Bro, the fact that a priest sprinkled holy water in the Saints' end zone before the game, the ball went wide right. Unbelievable, Connor. Just an unbelievable story. Start bench cut in their prime. Maurice Jones-Drew, Jonathan Taylor, Le'Veon Bell. Damn. I have a take on this. I think Le'Veon Bell was a product of how good the Steelers' offensive line was. But also, Le'Veon Bell was such a good pass catcher. I think I start Jonathan Taylor. I sit Le'Veon Bell. I love Maurice Jones-Drew too, but I'm cutting him. I have to. Venezuela just needs to stay U.S. land. Venezuela might be the next Iraq for all I know. I mean, Venezuela, I'm all for like staying out of other countries' business. I've always been on that. Bell reinvented the passing back, and he has birth-given skills. He does. I just think Jonathan Taylor is like what Le'Veon Bell was on steroids. Maurice Jones-Drew was unbelievable. The pass catching for me is what's going to keep Maurice Jones-Drew out. He was great, but like Jonathan Taylor and Le'Veon Bell are absolute weapons. Like weapons in every aspect of the offense. Like, and Le'Veon Bell, the thing about Le'Veon Bell was he could fucking line up on the outside and would take mismatches against linebackers. Bell was running on the side of his feet like Barry and LT. He was. It's tough, man, because Le'Veon Bell, of course, everything gets ruined when you come to the Jets. That's what happens. Come to the Jets, your whole career goes down the tube. Heard on ESPN, dude throw out Cignetti to the Raiders, so maybe he could draft Mendoza. Yeah, I don't think Kurt Cignetti's leaving Indiana. Indiana's got so much money, like that. Like their boosters are crazy. I don't think Kurt Cignetti's going anywhere anytime soon. Making crazy cuts at that size. You're right. No, but Le'Veon Bell was ridiculous. I'm not trying to take anything away from him. I just think Jonathan Taylor is really, really good. But both are pretty similar. It's a damn shame Barry Sanders was drafted by the damn Lions. Almost any other team, he doesn't quit because he's getting beat the hell up. Barry Sanders was like, he was one of the great what ifs. Like he was such a good running back. Sweet feet. Like his ability to just make guys miss in the open field. He was so fucking good. I was watching old games with Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders, like he was born in the wrong time. Like he could have played today. Antonio Brown or Chad Ochocinco. Not even close. It's Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown was so unbelievably talented. Ochocinco was good. I think Chad Ochocinco was slightly overrated, though. JT is really, really fucking good. Dude, Jonathan Taylor is unbelievable. Bro, I hate how a bunch of Buckeyes are headed to USF with Brian Hartline. That'll happen, man. People love their offensive coordinator. Prime Antonio Brown was unstoppable. Ochocinco was a great route runner. I don't think he was as good. I think he was a little bit overrated. Antonio Brown was, if he didn't get all fucked up by Vontaze Burfict, might have ended up being the greatest wide receiver of all time. He was impossible to guard. Calvin Johnson, old Megatron. Dude, Calvin Johnson was a freak, man. Another one that got ruined by the Lions. Start bench cut, prime Marshawn Lynch, Todd Gurley, or Bijan Robinson. Damn. Oof. That's tough. I love Bijan. I love Marshawn Lynch. I think, listen, Todd Gurley had a couple really good years there. If Antonio Brown cared, he'd be the second greatest receiver of all time, best in his prime. I think I'm starting Bijan, benching Marshawn Lynch, and cutting Todd Gurley. But it could go either way. Barry Sanders and Larry Fitzgerald have very similar stories. Freak athletes that chose to stay on garbage franchises. Yeah, 100%. I'll agree with bench Bijan. Bijan's also at the beginning of his career. I guess I'm a little bit of I have bias towards the here and now. The way I look at it, Todd Gurley, Bijan Robinson, two guys who were number one picks in fantasy. I don't think Marshawn Lynch ever got to that level. That's big for me. But Marshawn Lynch, his longevity. Todd Gurley had 2 or 3 really good years. But Todd Gurley, for those 2 or 3 years, was so good. He should have 2 rings. You don't have Marshawn Lynch in your backfield and not hand it to him. Heard Chris Jericho might return on Raw tonight. I've heard that. A lot of people are talking that Chris Jericho might be back. That'd be pretty cool. He also ate himself out of the league. Who? Gurley? Prime Todd Gurley, those 2 years with the Rams where he was unbelievable, there was not a better player in football than Todd Gurley. I'll say Todd Gurley. Bijan Robinson, then you're cutting Marshawn Lynch. I hate to say it. Bijan Robinson, again, I'm a big pass catching guy. I look at fantasy football. There was never a year where you looked at Marshawn Lynch and he was the number 1 pick. Todd Gurley was the number 1 pick by a mile. I think it was 2017, 2018. Bijan was probably the number 1 pick in some leagues this year. Todd Gurley in those couple years was so fucking good, dude. Unbelievable. Todd Gurley was the best running back in the NFL has ever seen. Hated watching every second of it. I genuinely found myself praying. Yeah. He was sick, man. But, guys, I'm going to hop off for now. I'm going to head over to my buddy's house, watch the Knicks. I'll be back later. Don't worry about it. Around 11 o'clock. Guys, have a great night. Hope everybody wins their bets or whatever the fuck you're doing tonight.